Oh, yeah, pipe smokers. Yeah. Paul the Pipe Guy here, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York, in the United States of America. Thank the Lord. Yeah. And my son, Paulie Jr., oh man, I am so proud of him. Bought his first car today. It's a 2016 Mazda 3 Sport. And that car hauls ass. So, picked me up and he's like, I got to get some gasoline, you know. So we went down. I put $52 into the tank. He's like, well, why are you doing that, Dad? I says, well, I'm proud of you, son. So I'm so proud of you. Here's your little reward. Don't be ever like your mom and put $5 in at a time. He says, I'll make sure to tell her that, Dad. I said, you do that. So I've got a beautiful Canadian pipe here. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, we're going to start it on fire. And for me and my son, because now, he's 20 years old, he's an adult, you can be friends with them at that point in time. He's on his own. Well, he lives with his mom, but, he's on his own. Makes over $40,000 a year. Who can complain? So, in reverence to him and for my love for him, I'm going to be smoking Two Friends Celtic Mist. Yeah, Paulie Jr. Yeah. There we go. Let's start something on fire. Oh, yeah. Eddie, I got your pipes all packed up. They're going to get mailed out to you tomorrow. You'll probably have them Monday or Tuesday. They're all done. Yeah. Look at that smoke. Man. I'll tell you what. That big ass long Canadian pipe smokes real good, and she's looking real good. Hate to even wonder what that would sell for on eBay. Yeah, so my son pulls in. He's all excited. He's 6'6", man. He towers above this car. But he fits in it good. I'm just so proud of him. And, I pray to the Lord that, the Lord watches over my kids and the Lord watches over my youngest son. He's the only son I have left. The other two passed away. And so I pray for my kids all the time, for safety. He was so proud to bring that car out here. What a great job he did. Got his own insurance, $325 a month for insurance. But he's like, hey, Dad, I got no bills and I wanted to do it all on my own. Didn't want to have to rely on your mom. He says I got signed up with some sort of safety driving course. And he said, I'll take that. And then after a year or so, he says, it'll go down. I couldn't wait to get down there and fill his tank up. That's, I wanted to recognize and celebrate his achievement. It's a big deal in a man's life when he gets his first car, especially a nice car like this one. Not some junker. Well, so he had a couple $1,000s that, he had to put down, but he only put $1,000 down, and his payments are only $195 a month, Real proud of that son of mine. Doesn't like it when I call him boy. Otherwise, I would have said, I'm real proud of that boy of mine. If he was here, he'd be like, Dad, don't say that. Don't call me boy. I've taught him not everything, but up until this point, as the different times have elapsed, and I felt that I should teach him different things about being a man, I've done that. And I'm so proud of him. And, I don't know if I should say that I'm proud of myself, but I think I did a pretty good job at teaching him how to be a man. A mother has a certain way of teaching a boy how to be a man, and a father has a different way of teaching a boy how to be a man, and both really are important. Oh, yeah. His two friends. Celtic Mist is unbelievable out of this pipe. Yep, so Eddie's pipes are on the way. I got a few more pipes that people want done up on their way to me, and so we'll deal with them as they come. Yeah, so when I made the video the other night of practicing pleasing your woman, it was a short, a 52-second short. I forgot that my family subscribes to that channel, and there was a couple of, if you want to call her my wife, was not impressed. She says, how could you do that on your channel? I said, it's easy. It's my channel. And I did it, and a lot of people thought it was funny. Well, your daughter and I want you to erase that. And I said, well, that's definitely not going to happen. It's too popular. And at that point in time, she realized that that was the end of the conversation. Yeah. She's learning. Maybe I'll take her back. I don't know. Look at that. Man, look at that briar. Look at the size and the length. we're going to let her cool down. We're going to take a little break and we'll be back in a nanosecond. Oh yeah, so we're back. So I've graduated to a cigarette. Yep. Another nail in the coffin. Who cares? So yeah, so I'm really, really proud of my son. I was telling him a joke. I said, your mom, she couldn't wait till gas went from $1.65 a gallon to $5 a gallon because it took a lot less time to put $5 in the tank. Maybe she won't see that comment. Yeah. She was the poster child of like AAA. I remember being a young man and, you know, when we were first married and so forth, and I'd get a call at least once a week. I ran out of gas. I don't understand it. I put $5 in the other day. And so, of course, I'd have to tell my boss. Back then, we used to wear suits to work. I'd have to, after a while, I just started carrying a gas can in my car. Yeah, so, because, you know, AAA allows you, I think, I don't know, 5 rescues, and she'd blow through that in like 3 months. So yeah, so I was her, AAA boy. Yeah. So finally, I just started putting gas in her car. Until my stepsons got old enough to drive the car, then it was like, holy shit. Put like 300 miles a week on this damn freaking van. What the fuck? Well, they have places to go and friends and this. Okay, well, have them chip in. Must have been nice. I didn't get that. I got this. My father, after I got my license, when I first got my license, I didn't have a car. So the family we had a 73 or 74 Vega. And then we had like a newer, brand new car. 1981 Cutlass Supreme. Well, the Vega was a stick shift, and you know, I knew how to drive it, but you know, I liked the other car better. I remember my father would say, "All right, here's the deal. Here is the deal. You got your license. If you want to borrow the family car keys, I got a few rules." I says, okay. He says, no speeding. He says, if you drag race in the car, I'll know it. I'm not going to tell you how I'll know it, because I used to do that. But I will know it. And whatever gasoline that you use, you fill it back up before you bring it home. Those are my 3 rules. And I thought they were very fair. And I was afraid to try to do a burnout, you know. I was afraid to get a speeding ticket. And of course, I always topped off the tank before I brought the car home. I didn't want to lose my privileges. So one day I remember I come home and it was, actually I was dating my first wife. I was 18 years old. Then I'm going down the expressway, and abruptly it goes from 55 to like 40. And I had just gone through the 40-mile-an-hour sign, was starting to slow down, and I got zapped for a 50 and a 40. So I got a speeding ticket. So I remember coming home, and I was always honest with my parents, and I came home and they were upstairs, everybody was getting ready for bed, and I was about ready to move out of the house. I'd graduated high school, and I remember I went up into the bedroom, and I says, "Look, I got to talk to you. Something happened." And they were like, "What?" And I didn't seem really upset about anything, so they were like, "What? Is everything okay?" So I was like, "I got a speeding ticket." And they said, "Well, tell us what happened." And I said, "Well, come around the corner, and it goes abruptly from a 55 to a 40 zone on the expressway. As soon as I hit the 40 zone, there was a police officer right there with a radar gun, and he caught me doing 50 and a 40 right after I passed the 40 sign. They said, "All right, well, thanks for being honest with us. It'll be all right." And it was. So, well, we've gone on for over 17 minutes on our Thursday night smoke together. Proud of my son. That what a great achievement, for him, and for me to see him, accomplish that, and he was ready for it. My mom, she's like, "Well, they're 16. Why don't they get their driver's licenses?" And I'm like, "Nah, it's different in New York State." She lives out west, all right? It's not like when you got your license and insurance was $5 a month for car insurance, and gas was 22 cents a gallon. It's just, it's different now. And, my kids don't want to take on a huge financial responsibility until they're ready. And then, my son's been working for about 5 months, and he's making 40 grand a year. And he finally decided, hey, okay, I can support a car. So he got his license, and then a few months later, he got his first car. But mom, I love my mom. But she's 78, and, if you saw her, she looks like she's 60 years old. She's beautiful. I love her so much. But she doesn't understand for my son now, between car insurance and his car payment, just that is $525 a month, not including fuel or any of that stuff. And he just didn't want to get over his head. And sometimes older parents, they don't understand that, and I get that. So I'm very proud of my son for being responsible, doing the right thing. Wait until he was ready to get that nice car. Well, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. God bless y'all. Love one another. Tomorrow, Go up to somebody that is feeling down, that you work with. Give them a high five. Give them a slap on the back. Tell them, hey man, or hey girl, it's good to see you here. You're doing good. I appreciate you being here. Do something like that. Improve somebody's day, and you'll improve their week. Paul the Pipe Guy, over and out.